So I wanted to take a few minutes with this video to talk about 4 interesting PlayStation 5 stories, and if you could hit that like button on the video, thank you to those that do it, and as always, it's very much appreciated. Now, the stories I wanted to cover in this video includes a third-party team working on a major Sony IP, I guess second party here probably. Sony patents a bandwidth management system essentially boosting connectivity. Sony drops a feature to allow you to try games for free, and the Silent Hill PlayStation 5 controversy that happened over the weekend. First, let me know what your download speed is. This relates to one of the stories we're going to go over today, and I'm just generally curious to see the different speeds everyone has. I'll start off myself. My download speed is 300 megabits per second down. It's decently fast, but what about you? So comment below, what's your download speed? Let me know down in the comments below. Now, diving into the first story of the video, a third-party company working on a major Sony IP. Reading from Video Gamer, it looks like Friday the 13th, the game, and Predator Hunting Grounds studio IllFonic will soon be working on a Ghostbusters game. The news was let slip by the studio's co-founder, Raphael Saadiq, and reported by PC Games N, as well as the studio's co-founder. Saadiq also happens to be a Grammy-winning singer, songwriter, and record producer. That's mainly the reason he was speaking to the Questlove Supreme Music podcast as a guest about his career. However, the topic eventually came around to his game studio, where he mentioned the games the team had recently worked on. After name-checking Friday the 13th, the game, Predator Hunting Grounds at around 59 minutes 24 seconds, he says, and we're working on Ghostbusters right now. He didn't offer up any details other than that, however, so we'll have to wait and see if it'll also be a multiplayer affair. The timing of the purported game would make a lot of sense. A new movie in the series entitled Ghostbusters Afterlife is due to hit cinema screens in November. The last time we saw the Ghostbusters in a game would be Ghostbusters, the video game remastered in 2019. That itself was a remastering of the 2009 action-adventure game by Terminal Reality. So, for me, this isn't as shocking considering how close IllFonic has been with Sony in recent years. Their last 2 games, I believe, have been console exclusive to PlayStation so far, and I assume at this point Sony trusts them, I guess, to use their own IP with Ghostbusters. The studio's focus has been online titles. I personally enjoyed my time with their latest game, Arcadegeddon, so I can see them doing something fun here with Ghostbusters. The only thing I'm wondering is, does this mean we're going to get this game in November alongside the movie? I guess we'll have to wait and see. Now, diving into the second story of the video, Sony's free PlayStation 5 trial news. Reading from PlayStation Universe, Sony has been offering game trials since the dawn of PlayStation Plus, and it doesn't seem like a practice they'll be stopping anytime soon, with 2 newly announced game trials for Death Stranding Director's Cut and Sackboy: A Big Adventure. The best part is that PlayStation Plus is not required for either of these, so you just get a chance to try them for yourself. You'll be given 5 hours with Sackboy: A Big Adventure before the time runs out, and an only slightly more generous 6 hours with Death Stranding Director's Cut. Though, to be fair, if you're still interested in Death Stranding by the end of the 6 hours, then it might actually be the game for you. Both these trials will be available until October 28th, 2021, so if you're keen to try either of these games, best to do so earlier rather than later. So game trials, in my opinion, should be a thing that's standard across the board for every game, but the funny thing here is Sony thought that too and promoted it to us before the launch of the PlayStation 4, stating that thanks to acquiring Gaikai, which we know now as PlayStation Now, Sony can offer players a chance to stream any game and try it out and only buy it and keep it if you love it, which is ironic considering their horrible refund policy that exists right now. Regardless, this is a nice start. I hope this transitions to other games as well, but you guys let me know if you like this trials feature or not. Let me know down in the comments below. Now, diving into the third story of the video, the Silent Hill controversy. So over the weekend, some things went live. We had Video Game Chronicle come out and basically drop big news indicating that Konami is reviving their franchises, with Castlevania being remade by them with the help of external local studios, Metal Gear Solid being remade, but actually it's not Metal Gear Solid 1, but rather Metal Gear Solid 3, and it's not by Bluepoint, but rather it's by another developer called Virtuos, I think, if I said that correctly, which isn't surprising considering I covered this already last week, that leakers have stated that Bluepoint is working on two titles, one an original title and the other being a remake, but it is not Metal Gear Solid as we've heard last year to earlier this year. This backs it up even more, what went live over the weekend. Now, in terms of Silent Hill, Video Game Chronicle reconfirms information we've already heard that multiple Silent Hill games are being made, with one of them being made by a prominent Japanese developer, which many thought was Sony Japan before that died out. And this is where website Gematsu comes in. So Gematsu comes into the ring, informing fans that they've heard that Silent Hill is being worked on by none other than Kojima himself at Kojima Productions. This is the person everyone wanted on this project, considering PT from 2014. This had everyone excited, but then you had Special Nick come in as well and offer what he's heard when they had their Xbox Era podcast last week. Essentially, he said Kojima is not working on Silent Hill, stating his source is pretty confident it's not happening, but he wouldn't state how confident his source is. So on that part, I'll add a note here. A bit later in the podcast, at about an hour and 20 minutes, he talks about a canceled title that he was going to leak but forgot about it. He stated that he was lucky here. It was a good thing he didn't leak it since it was canceled. But interestingly here, he states his source was so confident it was happening, but of course the game got canceled. So this could be a different source than the Silent Hill one, but I just wanted to note that there in terms of source confidence levels. Regardless, I'll leave it to you guys to think what you want. One side says Kojima and Silent Hill is happening, and the other says it's not. Silent Hill has been a headache to talk about over the last year. There's just so many conflicting stories, and I just need it to be revealed at this point. Now, diving into the final story of the video, Sony's Internet Boost feature. Reading from website MP First, Sony Interactive has filed a new patent for their PlayStation technologies, with the latest one relating to bandwidth management. The patent has been the subject of discussion on both Reddit and Twitter, where several users are offering their thoughts on this new tech and what it could bring to the table for the PlayStation consoles. Glancing through the opening page, it appears that this bandwidth management patent relates to certain profiles that differ in their priority for the overall bandwidth of a player's internet connection. For instance, one could prioritize a game's download over their current online game lobby, or vice versa, as well as different download bandwidths of games downloading at the same time. Several profiles could then be created, all satisfying different situations, like something that you probably use while gaming, lower bandwidth for game downloads, and others. So how I personally understood the patent, going through it a bit, is that Sony wants to create profiles for each application or media, as they state in the patent, to indicate how much bandwidth it needs over a certain amount of time to see if it can provide that bandwidth. So this profile is what contains this information for each application or media. So it sounds like automatically prioritizing bandwidth, like for example, I have Google Wi-Fi at home and can choose to prioritize my iPhone over my laptop for some reason, giving it the best internet speeds to my iPhone, or vice versa. This is me doing it manually though. This patent has a system seemingly to do this automatically to provide the best internet speeds for whatever you're doing. I'm personally curious to see how this plays out, if it ever comes out, but you guys let me know if you want this feature to happen, or do you not really care? Let me know down in the comments below. And if you guys did enjoy this video, please hit that like button, as it always helps, and subscribe if you're new. I got new videos every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, and now I'll check you guys out on the next one. And welcome back to the after show. This is the part of the video where we have a little fun down in the comments below. If you're old, welcome back. If you're new, welcome. For today's thing, what I want you guys to do is to body, obliterate, destroy, and overall harass the comment section with "Boost My Gaming Life." Obviously, this relates to this Internet Boost feature, and you can throw download trials in this as well. So if you're excited for features like that and even greater features coming to the PlayStation 5, destroy the comment section with "Boost My Gaming Life," and I'll definitely heart those comments like I always do, because I appreciate everybody who stays to the end of my videos. And now I'll check you guys out on the next one.